Hi, in this video we will try to uh, go through a few examples and see how Friedel-Crafts acylation and alkylation is applied. In the previous video we came across a problem where we were not able to put a straight chain on the benzene ring. Okay, so we will try to see how do we put a straight chain on a benzene ring, and in the process we'll learn two new reactions in this video. So just follow the pointer. I know there's quite a lot of stuff which is there on your screen, but all you need to do is just follow the pointer. I need to prepare this compound. Okay, so as you can see there are 3 carbon atoms. So I will start with an acylation reaction. Okay, so in acylation reaction I have a benzene ring, then I have a propanoyl chloride which I'll be using. Why propanoyl chloride? Because I need only 3 carbon atoms to be attached to benzene ring, keeping this thought in mind. So the acylation reaction, I hope everybody is aware, AlCl3 will remove this chlorine. It will generate this acylium ion, which I've put it in a circle here. This acylium ion will simply get attached to the benzene ring. Okay, so the electrophilic center is this one, the one which I have marked with the pencil just now. This is the electrophilic center, so this carbon will get attached to the benzene. Now suppose if I remove this oxygen and if I put 2 hydrogens, here I have 2 hydrogens here, correct? CH2, CH2, CH3. Right now I have C double bond O, CH2, CH3. So instead of this oxygen, if I put 2 hydrogens, then a problem is solved. Now that particular reaction where I put 2 hydrogens into a molecule, not only 2, if I put hydrogens in a molecule, that reaction is what we call as the reduction reaction. Okay, it's called as the reduction reaction. So in organic chemistry, reduction means addition of hydrogen atoms. Okay, so if I remove this oxygen and I put hydrogen, our problem is solved. Okay, so how did that reaction take place? There are many ways you can do this reduction, but if I have to keep it very specific for a ketone, ketone is a compound which has an carbonyl group, and to that carbonyl group there are 2 alkyl groups or 2 carbon chains, rings attached to both hands of the carbonyl. So if you have a carbonyl like this, to both the hands, if I have an alkyl group or alkene group or alkyl group, alkyne group, all those compounds, they actually end up to be called as ketones, and various other classes of ketones. So if I have to be very specific to this particular compound, to a ketone, then these 2 reactions are what we need. So the first reaction is the Clemenson's reduction. So in Clemenson's reduction, what am I doing? I'm removing this oxygen and I'm adding 2 hydrogens there. Okay, now what is the source of these 2 hydrogens? Concentrated HCl, okay, which is the acid. So how do I remove hydrogen from concentrated HCl? I use zinc amalgam. Okay, so zinc amalgam means zinc in mercury. Any metal in mercury, that alloy is called as an amalgam. Okay, so zinc amalgam with concentrated HCl at a high temperature heating, you will get the target molecule that we were looking for. Okay, another way to prepare this compound is Wolff-Kishner reduction. Okay, so in Wolff-Kishner reduction, again same story, I'm removing oxygen and I'm putting 2 hydrogens. So I use hydrazine. Okay, this is called hydrazine N2H4. Hydrazine in alcoholic KOH at high temperatures will give you this product. Okay, so from where am I getting this hydrogen? It's coming from this hydrazine. Okay, so hydrazine is the source of these 2 hydrogens. Alright, and KOH is responsible for removing those hydrogens from hydrazine. We won't look at the mechanism because there are multiple steps to it, but for now all you need to do is remember these reagents and what they do. Now this reduction reaction is very specific to ketones. It is very specific to ketones. So even if there are any other groups on the ring, okay, then those groups will not be disturbed. You can do this reaction by this method as well. I will just write it here on top. So this ketone, same ketone, can be reduced by hydrogen with palladium on carbon. Okay, so what does this mean? Palladium is adsorbed on carbon and hydrogen gas is passed through that catalyst. So you will still get the target molecule that we opened this video with. Okay, but the problem is, suppose if I have an NO2 group, that NO2 will become NH2. Okay, so this hydrogenation reaction, this reduction reaction will not distinguish between this carbonyl and NO2. There's no distinction. For this reagent, for this catalyst, it is not going to distinguish between nitro and CO. Okay, it will look like two possible places where reduction is required, so it will reduce both of them. But what if I want to preserve this NO2 and I only want to reduce this C double bond O? For that I will use Clemenson's or Wolff-Kishner. Okay, now which reagent am I going to use to reduce only this and not this? We will be looking at those examples in future. Okay, fine. So now let's move to the next example. So I hope the previous reactions were clear to you. So you can pause the video at any time, take a moment, try to write notes, and if there are doubts, you please drop them in the comment section. Now let's go to the next reaction. So the next reaction is I have to prepare this target molecule. Okay, so I have to basically put alkyl group to the benzene ring. So there are two possibilities. One is Friedel-Crafts acylation and alkylation. All right. So we will first look at this reaction here. We'll first try to acylate and see if we can get this compound. Okay. So as you can see, there are three methyl groups here attached to this carbon. So this carbon is, and this carbon is also attached to this carbon. So this is a quaternary carbon right here. Okay. And you have this carbon here, secondary carbon attached to the benzene ring. All right. So we'll begin with the acyl fluoride, which has these 5 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this fourth one is a quaternary one, just to make sure that it looks similar. So again, Friedel-Crafts acylation reaction. Chlorine is abstracted by AlCl3. So you have the acylium ion, which I have marked it in a circle. That will sit here. Now, if I do a reduction here, either Wolff-Kishner or Clemenson's, I have done Wolff-Kishner. If you do any one of those two reactions, you will get this compound. Fine. Now, the question is, can I actually prepare this same compound using Friedel-Crafts acylation? That is what we need to check. As you can see here, I have already shown you cannot do it. Now I'll just get into the explanation as to why you cannot do it. Okay, so you have benzene here with the same compound, except for this carbon, secondary carbon. Now there is a chlorine attached to it. All right. So if I can name this 1, 2, 3. So this is one. Actually, this is 2,2-dimethyl 1-chloro. 1-chloro 2, 2, I'm sorry, 2, 2-dimethyl propane. Okay, 1-chloro 2,2-dimethyl propane. So here what we'll do, what happens here is AlCl3 will remove this chlorine, okay, and it will generate this primary carbocation. Okay, obviously the chlorine is leaving from here. Now, 1 minute, I'll just remove these numbers out. So chlorine leaves from this carbon, so it will leave a positive charge behind. Now, if you look here, the neighboring one is a quaternary carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it is a quaternary carbon. Now, quaternary carbons cannot be carbocations. But if by any chance, if one of these groups move to the next carbon, then I can generate a positive charge there, correct? And that is exactly what I've done. So this methyl group leaves with both the electrons of the sigma bond. So it leaves behind a positive charge on this carbon. Okay, and you have these two groups. Now this methyl group will attack this primary carbon, primary carbocation. Okay, So just to distinguish that methyl group, I have put it in a box. Now I have a tertiary carbocation here. Now if you compare between primary and tertiary, tertiary is more stable. So hence a tertiary carbocation will be the ideal electrophile who will attack the benzene ring. Okay, so this carbon is this one. I'll just mark it with a dot. So you have these two methyl groups looking like two antennas, and then you have CH2, CH3. Okay, now what is this entire rearrangement called? Okay, it's a rearrangement. No, nothing is changing here. Only the structure of this entire molecule is changing. That's why we call it as a rearrangement. So this CH3 is moving and coming on this carbon. Now as this particular reaction is what we call as 1,2 methyl shift. Okay, now what does 1,2 methyl, that 1 and 2 represent? 1 represents the atom from where the group is leaving. Okay, so this is 1. So 1 is the atom from where the group is leaving, and 2 is the atom to which the group is going to. Okay, 2 is that atom to which this group is going to. Not only this, any group. Okay, in our example right now, it is this boxed methyl. So that is why it is called as 1,2 methyl shift. There are 1,3, 1,4, 1,5 methyl shifts also. So what does that mean? It is leaving from the first carbon and it is attacking the fifth carbon. Here it is leaving from the first carbon and it is attacking the second carbon. If I had to write, say for example, 1,4 methyl shift, it means that a methyl group is leaving the first carbon and attacking the fourth carbon. Okay, so this first number is the departing position and this second number is the arrival position. Okay, so whenever you hear 1,2 or 2,3 or 1,4, so that first number stands for the atom from where it is departing. The second number stands for the number to which the group is reaching to, or it is arriving, or it is joining. Alright, so I hope you understood this concept as well. Alright, all these things you won't find in the 11th grade, 12th grade textbooks. So this is just extra information which I gave. So I hope this reaction is clear to you. It's because tertiary more stable than primary, you have this compound. And I hope you understood how the tertiary carbocation is formed. Alright, now let's look at the last one, very simple reaction. So this is the target molecule which I had to prepare. Now here, as you can see in this carbon atom, there is only one hydrogen, correct? So this carbon is attached to this benzene, this methyl and this carbon. So one valency is left, only one hydrogen. Now as you can see in the previous example, we saw that using Wolff-Kishner and Clemenson's reductions, 2 hydrogens were sitting on that carbon attached to benzene ring. Okay, now that particular case is not visible here. You can't see that. You can't see that there are 2 hydrogens. It's only one. So acylation is out of question. So we take Friedel-Crafts alkylation reaction. So since it is this carbon attached to this benzene ring, I will take that secondary carbon, and on that secondary carbon I'll put chlorine. So you have the reagent AlCl3 and the reaction is complete. Okay, now I am just to close this video, as I close this video out with these examples, I'll just bring in one new term which we'll be referring and using a couple of times in the upcoming videos. So I have this carbon here, this particular carbon which I've marked, which I'm pointing to with an arrow. That carbon is attached to this benzene ring. This carbon is called as benzylic carbon. It is called as benzylic carbon. So carbon attached to the benzene ring is called as benzylic carbon, and any group attached to this benzylic carbon will be called as benzylic group. So right now, which group do you have on this benzylic carbon? Methyl. Okay, so we call that we usually call this as a methyl group, but with a new prefix, which is benzylic methyl. Also remember, there is a hydrogen, so this hydrogen will be called as benzylic hydrogen. right? So I hope you understood this term benzylic. So again I'm repeating, it is the carbon which is attached to the benzene ring. Okay, that carbon is what we call as benzylic carbon, and all groups attached to that carbon will be called as benzylic groups. All right, so I hope you've understood this discussion which I covered in this video. If you have any doubts, please drop it in the comment section or get in touch with me directly. Thank you.